Praise the Lord, my brothers and sisters. This is Apostle Joseph Stafford bringing you greetings from MFHM Talks podcast. We're here today to talk to you about multiple myeloma and how it affects Black people. This is the program we have for this hour, and you're welcome to call in at any point to share your thoughts, your ideas. The number here is 980-281-1621. That's 980-281-1621. So let's begin our program. Let's talk about what multiple myeloma has done for those who've gone through situations and how this information can help you even in the things that God has allowed to afflict you so you can come out from among these things. The organization that has put this together is a group called Cancer Fund, Lasco Cancer Fund, doing business as Multiple Myeloma Education Fund. This person who did this was an apostle, Robert Lasco. He founded this 501c3 nonprofit organization in 2014. This is after he was diagnosed with a cancer called multiple myeloma. The organization was birthed. Robert is passionate about bringing education and awareness about multiple myeloma to society at large. Robert's has partnered with several pharmaceutical companies as a spokesperson for multiple myeloma in the African American community. Robert Lasco and his wife, Sharon Lasco, are both advocates for a cure for multiple myeloma and effective treatments. Previously, Robert Lasco worked for the city of Charlotte as a manhole inspector, and he served as a minister in a local church. He has always been passionate about serving others, and he looks toward the continuing of this path as a multiple myeloma advocate. Robert Lasco has done a number of things in respect to moving forward with this particular program. And of course, we want to talk about what the program entails in general. See, in the Multiple Myeloma Education Fund, there are vision statements and also first, second, and third light programs. I want to share that with you today because this is a great opportunity for you to find out what's going on and how you can help. Multiple Myeloma Education Fund, the vision statement is to provide hope and educational awareness to individuals and families affected by multiple myeloma and other precancerous diseases, and endeavors to provide the most innovative resources through sustaining partnerships with the global medical community. The First Light program is designed to bring awareness and education about multiple myeloma to the general public. The Second Light program is designed to teach patients who have multiple myeloma about patient lifestyle issues, disease overview, management of complications associated with multiple myeloma, and community resources. The Third Light program is designed to formulate discussion between medical professionals about clinical trials, research methodology, and effective ways to treat multiple myeloma. So multiple myeloma is a disease that comes in the red blood cells. So we want to talk about what that is and how they take place. See, multiple myeloma, this type of cancer starts in plasma cells. These cells are type of white blood cells. They're in charge of producing antibodies, a vital part of your body's immune system response. When you catch a cold or virus, antibodies allow you to fight the infection. These cells are mostly found in the bone marrow, though they can be found in other organs and tissues throughout the body. Abnormal plasma cells in the bone marrow may behave in unusual ways. They may begin to divide at a rate that's faster than normal, leading to the generation of more abnormal plasma cells. These specific changes may lead to multiple myeloma or another precancerous condition. A precancerous condition is not yet cancer, but is likely to cause cancer in the future. Symptoms for multiple myeloma, the signs may differ. situation, person to person. But these are some general things that do happen, such as bone pain. Bone pain is especially common in the chest and on the spine area. Weight loss. This can be a common symptom of many conditions. Loss of appetite. This symptom tends to go together with weight loss, and it can be difficult to eat while on multiple myeloma. Excessive thirst. In contrast to loss of appetite, multiple myeloma can cause those suffering from it to feel a constant need to drink. Nausea. This common symptom can be present with multiple myeloma. Confusion. This common symptom can be present with multiple myeloma. Confusion. This has been described as mental fogginess by some who suffer from it. Constipation. Multiple myeloma can cause people to feel constipated. Frequent urination is not surprising. This symptom often is linked to excessive thirst mentioned earlier. Weakness. People may feel numb or weak throughout their legs. Fatigue. Arguably, the most common symptom of the medical condition is fatigue. So let's talk about when this type of things come your way, what do you need to do? See, what we have is situations that we in the African American community a lot of times fail to take a look at, because when we have issues in our bodies, issues going on that cause us to move to the left and to the right, but yet we have a fear of going to the doctor and finding out what's going on. So let's try to nip this in the bud and look at it in a way that makes sense. If you have something going on in your body, and you don't know what it is, it's always good to find out what it is. Now, as a believer, you find out because then you know how to pray effectively for the change. But also in the same vein, you want to listen to the doctor to find out the areas of expertise that the doctor has to lead you in the right direction to get the help that you need. And understand this, we as an African American community have been guinea pigs to other cultures who have caused us to be the point of finding answers for their diseases. We got Henrietta Lack, we got the Tuskegee experiment, those things that can cause us not to want to be involved with doctors. But this is a different day. You now have the availability of going to your doctor, telling them what you think about a situation, and causing a change to take place so you can then find the answers that you need. You have the right also, whenever your doctor gives you an opinion, to go for a second, even third opinion to get the answers that you need. And then you know how to deal with and fight the things that's coming against you so you can live. The whole idea is to help build yourself a team around you so that you have not only the doctors working for you, you have dietitians working for you, you have exercise therapies that take place that can help you. You got your friends, your neighbors, you got your loved ones that can help you in a village type of scenario. This is not to make you weak, but to show forth the strength and the character that you have, that you're not one that's willing to give up or quit. Sometimes when you go through certain things, you get a area in your mind to where you say, why me? Why did it happen to me? And of course, sometimes the answer is, why not you? But the thing is this, God's given us all opportunities to change our situation, to turn it around, to be found doing his will without fail. So that means that sometimes we have to go to the hospital. If our faith is on top of things, we then have the availability of sharing our faith with others while we're going through situations for the healing that God says is ours. So going through the process, it may take a step-by-step process. I may mention one time before in another broadcast about a person I knew who had COVID. And the Lord told her to get a COVID shot. Now, the COVID shot was not the end-all be-all for everyone. But for that person, when they got that shot, immediately they were made whole, because that was the directive that God gave her for that particular deliverance. Sometimes it takes more than just a word of deliverance for us to get from point A to point B, because he takes us into situations, or he allows us to go in situations that are not convenient, but yet it becomes praiseworthy, because if we keep God on our lips and praise him in all that we do, then we have the availability of making that a positive scenario. We come out of the situation like gold, come out whole, come out healed, come out a way that shows forth God's glory. Now, getting back to what we do in respect to multiple myeloma and precancerous diseases, is that we look for avenues to find us help. And we go through the process of getting us help. We also can give help as we go. Again, there's a two-edged sword. We're going in not knowing and coming out knowing. Also, do not let fear be part of your scenario. If you cannot grab hold to the words of God that cause you to see things a little differently, if you cannot grab hold of these things, but yet you know that you need this type of deliverance to get from where you need to be, what you do is you begin to go to counseling. Because we can read the word all day long, but if you're not perceptive to the teacher and also the word that's being shared with you, the therapist can give that third leg to help you fall back into line, to develop confidence in yourself again and confidence in your God, to know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So that's a building block there. So you won't allow, no matter how bad it appears, to go cuckoo, to go crazy, to lose our point of position of understanding that God already has us. Okay? Now remember this too. Whenever you go to the doctor, don't let the doctor be the last word. If you feel there's something else that's needed, get a second and third opinion. Because remember this, as long as you have insurance and you're going to the doctor works for you, because you pay your insurance to pay the doctor. They work for you. So they're looking to get you well, looking for you to get better. Okay? That's their job. So if they're not doing the job according to your expectations, then you have the availability of going to another doctor and then another doctor to get the opinions of those doctors. If they all come up with the same opinion, then you have develop a battle plan to find out what would take me to the next level, to where this disease that's now once has bound me, where I can likewise bind it. That comes in a lot of times with medication support, exercise support, dietary support, all those things necessary to make you whole. So what you need to do at that point is ask the right questions. Doctor, you prescribe medication for me. What are the side effects of this medication? How can it help me in the long run? Do I need to go to a hematologist so I can get a better grasp of what's going on in respect to what's going on in my blood that's being produced out of my bones? So all those things work together for your good. So don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated by this. Now, also, Robert Lasko got involved with a group of pharmacists, became a spokesperson for the pharmacists. They developed a book called Standing in the Gap. This book is so unique that it has information there to help you guidelines to, once you find out what's going on, what some of the treatments may be, and all this. And also how to talk to your doctor and ask the right questions. This right here has a limited amount of information here, but there's websites that I'll share with you before we end that you can get more information on, such as finding out how much this costs. Does my insurance cover it? If it doesn't cover, are there other options available to me? Can certain foods can I eat or cannot eat because of medication I'm taking? What are the side effects of the medication? What about taking vitamins and herbals? What's the best thing for me in the process of doing this? All these things can be answered when you ask the right question, and can put you on a course of healing. So the whole thing right now is not to be afraid. Don't be afraid. Allow God to work through you and through people around you to bring forth healing to you. And as you bring forth, as healing comes your way, you then have the availability of getting others the aspect of healing they need in their life. So let's talk today. I'm going to The book called Standing in the Gap is an area called Doctor, Talking to Your Doctor. So let's talk about that real quick and see what's said here. Then I'm going to give you some websites after that to help you search things out for yourself. Now, note we are premiering information about multiple myeloma, but this comes with any disease, anything that's contrary to normal operations in your body. So whenever something is wrong, don't be afraid to go to the doctor to find out what it is. Once you find out what it is, develop your team around you, develop your village so you can get the help that you need. Don't be afraid to ask, but you need to, again, if you're afraid to ask, find somebody who can go with you that will ask the questions for you. They'll answer you directly on some things. And that's very beneficial. So talking with your doctor. It's important to be open and honest with your doctors and nurses. Always tell them how you're feeling at every visit. Feel free to ask questions about your health and your treatment. It may be helpful to bring a list of questions to each appointment. Here are some examples of questions you may want to ask your doctor or nurse. How is multiple myeloma different from other cancers like breast or lung cancer? How would you describe my risk level? What is my prognosis or outlook? What doctors will be involved in my care? Will there be one doctor or nurse coordinating my care? All right. There's questions about testing. What should I expect when I go for testing? What type of test will I undergo and how often? What will I need to do to prepare for these tests? Where will I go for these tests? When and how will I get the results of my test? Can you explain to me what my results are after each test? Explain questions about treatment. What types of treatments are available for multiple myeloma? What are the benefits and risks of each treatment? What treatment do you recommend and why? What other opinions do you have? What other options do I have? Excuse me. Will I be able to continue my normal work schedule with this treatment? Do I need chemotherapy as part of my multiple myeloma treatment? Could stem cell treatment be an option for me? Could a clinical trial be an option for me? What are your thoughts on visiting a multiple myeloma specialist? Is there a multiple myeloma specialist you would recommend and would coordinate with? Question about paying for treatment. Can I get help paying for treatment and related expenses? Is this treatment covered by my insurance? There are patient assistance programs. Are there patient assistance programs? Is there a financial counselor or someone in the office I can speak with about affording treatment? So these are some of the things that you will look for when you go to your doctor. So I emphasize my point of view, and I emphasize the things that the book brings out. So when we look at this, we want to look at avenues to get help. So I'm going to share with you some websites as soon as I get them up here to talk to you about information you can find on different locations so that you can get the help that you need, that you won't find yourself saying, oh, I need help, I don't know where to go, what do I need to do next, and so forth and so on. So let's take a look at some of the sites we have that's available to you. There's a site called blackdoctors.org, blackdoctor.org. Black health news and information on fitness, nutrition, and weight loss. You can find the information there, plus other things also. So that's one avenue you can look at. There's also a cancer support community. It's www.cancersupportcommunity.org. A social and emotional support network for people impacted by cancer. Also, we have myeloma. International Myeloma Foundation, multiple myeloma research, clinical trial information, events, fundraising information and newsletters. The website is www.myeloma.org. Myeloma.org. Now, one thing about multiple myeloma is very similar to leukemia. So there's a website for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society that can also get information as well to help you move forward in your search for healing. The largest voluntary health organization dedicated to funding research, finding cures, and ensuring access to treatments for patients with blood cancer. That's just another word they use for multiple myeloma called blood cancer because it affects the blood, because of the bone marrow and the making of the blood cells. So the location on the website is www.lls.org. It's lls.org. Let's go on to another site here we have available. It's called Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation. The website is www.themmrf.org. That's www.themmrf.org. It's a nonprofit research foundation whose mission is to accelerate next generation multiple myeloma treatments to extend patients' lives in pursuit of a cure. The Myeloma Beacon. The Myeloma Beacon website is www.myelomabeacon.com. MYELOMABEACON.com. It's a multiple myeloma it has multiple myeloma news resources, online forums for patients, medical professionals, and others interested in multiple myeloma. Also, my friends, I mentioned I got this book here in front of me that speaks of the gap. This is what the book is called. It's called GAAP, Standing in the Gap. There's a web page on Facebook that has interactive conversation among those who have suffered multiple myeloma to have conversation, find out what work for one, work for another. So there's a conversation going on there that could be very, very beneficial. Now, the website is www.facebook.com/standing in the GAAP. Standing in the GAAP. And on that page, you'll find the connection with other people who go through the same process, sharing testimony, as well as their things that have taken place in their life as well to help them get from point A to point B. I'm going to end with Myeloma Central. Myeloma Central is a CellGen sponsored website offering disease education and helpful resources for patients with multiple myeloma and their caregivers. The website is www.myelomacentral.com. That's www.myelomacentral.com. And I pray that this has been beneficial to those that have heard this today and want to learn more concerning multiple myeloma. We are twice a month. We basically come on to share the ideas with you, to get you involved. Mentioned to you earlier that you can connect with us. I'll be a liaison using my website, using my email to be a connection for you. You can always email me, and I'll make sure that the parties involved get the information. You can email me at MFHMINC, 6 @gmail.com. That's MFHMINC, 6 @gmail.com. And I take the information that you send my way, the questions you ask, and give the answers to you, either through me directly and or through the founder of the organization, who is Robert Lasko. So I thank you right now for your time. We're going to have a conversation about an hour from now, about 30 minutes from now, on fatherhood. We're going to discuss the thing I shared this morning earlier on Friday Empowerment. It's called Zeal Without Knowledge. So we can talk about that It's a great opportunity for you to call in. We have a conversation, talk about things, to see about which direction we're going in respect to our relationship with God. How can we then walk with God with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? So, my friends, I bid you peace. Until the 7 o'clock hour, have a good evening.